Hi guys, welcome to our Eat the Frog Fitness Yoga. We are going to do some hip opening postures today. I know several people have been complaining about hip flexors and things like that from our Eat the Frog workouts that are happening. The coaches are laughing because they're complaining too. We're all feeling it. So hopefully this yoga flow will help to open up your hips a little bit, open up those hip flexors, relieve some of that pain you might be feeling from the workouts. Yay. So with that in mind, we're going to get started in Shavasana. So you can lay down on your back. Comfortable recline position. Yes. You can soften your gaze, or maybe you close your eyes completely. God, we're just going to take a moment here to get settled in. Let your body relax. Your mat, the earth, it's all there to catch you. There's no reason to hold on to any tension here. Maybe you soften your gaze, or maybe you blink your eyes closed. Relax the muscles in your legs, let your toes start to fall out to either side. We're just going to start here with a few deep community breaths. Take a big inhale through your nose. Feel your belly rise. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Good, one more like that. Big inhale, puff up your chest. Open mouth, exhale. Just sink into your mat. Seal your lips. Continue to inhale through your nose. And now exhale through your nose. You can still find those audible exhales. And take a second just to let go of the idea of perfection in your practice. It's called a yoga practice for a reason. Just like anything else in life, your yoga practice, your workouts, your job, whatever it is, every day that you show up, it's not about being perfect. Some days it is simply about showing up. Putting in the work on your mat, in your workouts, in your life, that every day you come out just a little bit stronger, a little bit more capable, a little bit more aware. On your next inhale, take a bend in your right knee. Draw your knee towards your chest. Exhale, half happy baby on the right. So take a hold of your shin, your ankle, maybe the inner or outer edge of your foot, whatever feels right to you. And start to pull your knee towards the outside of your torso. So you might find yourself making a connection between your right inner thigh and the side of your rib cage. This doesn't have to be a stationary pose. Maybe you find some kicks, lengthen into that leg. Take a deep bend, maybe you make some circles or a little rocking motion. Just take a second to open up through this hip, maybe into your hamstring as well. Take one more inhale here, pull your knee in tight. We'll exhale to a supine twist. Guide your knee across your torso. Gaze can stay up toward the ceiling or it can extend over your right shoulder. We're early in class. This doesn't have to be your deepest twist. Just start to find a little bit of movement through your spine. And then when you're ready, unwind your twist. Come back through center. You can take a second to pull both knees in tightly. Maybe rock side to side. Realign your spine a little bit. And then on your inhale, pull your left knee in tightly. Extend your right leg long. Exhale, half happy baby on the left. So again, reach for your shin, ankle, maybe the inner or outer edge of your foot, whatever feels right here. Try and keep your torso in contact with your mat. And then find a little organic movement on the left side as well. Bend and straighten into the knee. Make some circles. Start to get pops and cracks out. When you're ready, take one more big inhale, squeeze your knee in. Exhale, supine twist, guide your knee across. Again, gaze can stay up or extend to the left side this time. Work to keep both shoulders planted on your mat here. And start to breathe into that twist. Again, it doesn't have to be deep. Take your time here to make sure that your body feels even. And when you do, just come back through center. Again, you can tuck both knees in, rock side to side. When you're ready, start to rock and roll forward and back the length of your mat. We're going to come into a tabletop position. Take your time, roll into that seated position, plant your palms, stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. From our tabletop, we'll inhale to cow pose, drop your belly down toward the mat, gaze out in front of you, roll your shoulders down your back. Exhale, cat, round your spine, tuck your chin into your chest. Actively press the floor away, try and dome out through your upper back. Inhale, cat pose, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, cat, round your spine, try and gaze for your belly button here. Take 2 more rounds of these cat-cows at your pace. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. 1 more like that. When you're done, just meet us back in stillness in that tabletop position. Take a second to engage your core. Suck your belly button up towards your spine. Flatten out your back here. As you inhale, extend your right heel out long behind you, and then reach your left fingertips out in front. Try and form one long line of energy through that heel all the way out through your arm. Exhale, knee to elbow underneath your torso, crunch and tight. On your inhale, reach and kick, find length. Exhale, crunch, knee to elbow, suck your belly in. 1 more here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, crunch. On your inhale, extend long 1 more time. Exhale, tiger pose. Take a bend in your right knee. Reach your left fingertips back towards your foot. Maybe you don't reach it. Maybe you just work to really kick your heel in here and reach your fingertips back. If you can reach that foot, take a hold of the big toe side of your foot. Start to kick into your hand. You'll start to feel a back bend here, maybe a stretch along that right hip flexor. Work to keep your hips square towards your mat. Take 1 more inhale, and we'll exhale back to your tabletop. Good. We're going to do the same thing on that opposite side. So again, take a moment, engage your core, flatten out your back. On your inhale, kick your left heel out long behind you this time. Right fingertips reach out in front. Exhale to crunch, knee to elbow. Draw your core in tight. Inhale, lengthen in opposite directions, grow long. Exhale, crunch. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach and kick. Exhale, tiger pose. Take a bend in your left knee this time. Reach your right fingertips behind you. Again, it's okay if you can't reach. Just work here to kick and reach. And if you can make that bind, you can start to kick into your right hand. So maybe this side feels a lot different than the first. That's okay. Still work to engage the core. Square the hips down. 1 more inhale. And exhale to your tabletop. Take a second if you'd like to rock forward and back. Find some C-curve side to side. Just find a little release. And then when you're ready on an inhale, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hips back and up. First down dog. Take a moment, find some organic movement. Pedal out the heels, bend into the knees. If you'd like to wake up the shoulders a little more, maybe you shift forward into high plank, back into down dog. Option to find some twists if you'd like. Good. On your inhale, gaze forward between your fingertips. Exhale, ragdoll pose at the top of your mat. Walk your feet right behind your wrist. So option here, maybe you take your feet out a little bit wider for a little more stability, that's okay. Maybe you take a deep bend in your knees. Make sure that your hamstrings feel supported. And then release your fingertips from the earth. You can reach your opposite elbow. Sway your torso side to side, bob up and down. Maybe breathe into some twist here. Just take a moment to let gravity do its thing. Lengthen your spine. Extend the crown of your head toward the floor. Release your fingertips back down towards your mat. Heel toe your feet so your big toes touch. There's a sliver of space between your heels. Take a deep bend in your knees. And then slowly round yourself up. Vertebrae by vertebrae all the way to standing. Once you're there, take a big shoulder roll up and back down your back. Take a second to get your equilibrium back. We're upside down for a second there. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your fingertips overhead. Roll your shoulders down your back. Breathe here. Engage your core. Scoop your hip points up towards your bottom ribs. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Take your right hand, reach for your left wrist, and then reach your fingertips up and over. Good, so really breathe some space along your left side body. Make sure you're not dumping into the right side. Continue to lift up out of your hips and then over. Inhale, mountain pose through center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. So reach your left fingertips for your right wrist, and again, up and over. Pretend like there's a piece of glass in front and behind you. So we want to keep that torso open. Draw your right shoulder back, left forward. Inhale, arching mountain. Bring your palms to touch. Find a gentle back bend here. Squeeze your glutes, lift your heart up for the ceiling. Breathe here. Really squeeze your biceps in on either side of your ears. Watch to make sure you're not dumping into your low back. Continue to lift up. Squeeze the core. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands through heart center all the way down to your mat. Roll your weight into the ball of your foot. Take your gaze back behind you so you can extend the crown of your head toward the floor. On an inhale, halfway lift. Bring your fingertips towards your shins. Extend your spine to parallel. Breathe here. Take a moment to pinch your shoulder blades together. Flatten out your upper back. Good. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms on the mat. Step your feet back. On your inhale, hinge your torso forward 2 inches. Exhale, low plank. Option to drop to your knees here. Squeeze your elbows in tight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet into the mat to lift your thighs if you'd like. Exhale, downward facing dog. Flip your feet, press your hips up. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. We're gonna flow here, 1 breath to movement. So on an inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise up. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, arching mountain, find that gentle back bend. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Inhale, halfway lift, extend. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Option to hold that high plank. Build strength in your core. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press up. 1 more time. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, arching mountain, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Inhale, half lift, extend. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Take it through your flow. We'll meet back in your downward facing dog when you're done. Good. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root your left foot down firmly into your mat. Inhale, single leg mountain. Extend your right thigh to parallel. Breathe here. Take a moment to find your balance. Work to form 3 90-degree angles in your hip, your knee, and your ankle here. So flex your foot, toes start to point up toward the ceiling. Take a second to make sure that your torso isn't leaning back. Stack your shoulders over hips over your left heel. Big inhale. Exhale, standing, figure 4, cross your right ankle over your left knee. You can bring your hands to heart center, sit your hips low. Good, relax your right knee toward the mat. Start to feel this along your right hip and glute. Maybe you can shift your hips back and sit a little bit lower. Check in on your core. Similar to chair pose, you want to keep that core engaged. Flatten out the low back. Good, inhale, single leg mountain. Pause here, option to keep that bent knee, or if you'd like a little more of a challenge for that hip flexor, maybe you straighten your right leg. Stamp your footprint out in front of you, just an option. Make sure that core stays tight. Inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. Stamp your footprint on the wall behind you. Shoot your fingertips out behind you, spiral your palms down, squeeze your pinky fingers towards your midline. Good, challenging your balance early in class today. Drop your right hip, lift up through your left hip crease, square your mats towards the hip. Square your hips towards your mat. Inhale, crescent lunge with control. Bring your back toes down, reach your fingertips up toward the ceiling. Breathe here, good. And take a second, find your balance. Again, square the hips toward the top of the mat. So you're gonna draw back through the left hip, really squeeze the right glute. Stack the heel of your right foot over the ball of your foot. So come up high on those toes. Maybe you take a micro bend in the knee. See if you can sink a little bit lower through your left knee. Good. Inhale. Exhale, straight leg crescent with airplane arms. So straighten both legs. Try and draw your right heel as close to the mat as you can. Engage the core. See if you can extend your torso to parallel. So you're really gonna start to feel this through your hamstrings into your calves. We're gonna flow through those two a few times. Inhale, crescent lunge. Bend your front knee, lift up. Exhale, straight leg crescent. Straighten both legs, right heel toward the floor. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift up. Exhale, straight leg. Extend your fingertips back, hinge your torso forward. One more. Inhale, crescent, lift up. Exhale, straight leg, extend long, good. Inhale, warrior 2. Spiral your back foot down, reach your fingertips out long. Breathe here. Good, so your entire back foot is pressing into the mat this time. Take a second to stack your shoulders over hips, reach your fingertips out long in opposite directions, so arms are active here. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward, then tick-tock your hands to 12 and 6. Option to hover your fingertips off the mat, or bend your arm. You can press your elbow into your thigh for a little more support here. Make sure those obliques are firing to keep your torso lifted up off of your front thigh. Inhale, star pose. Get big through center. Pivot your feet so your toes point towards the edges of your mat. Exhale, horse, hands to heart center, sit your hips low. Good. Evenly distribute your weight through all 4 corners of your feet. Take your knees out toward the pinky toe edges of your feet here to help open up through those hips. Good. Engage your core so you can sit a little bit lower. We won't be here long. Inhale, star pose, lift up. Exhale, warrior 2, towards the top of your mat. You've been here before. On your inhale, reverse warrior. Keep your legs as they are. Reach your left fingertips up and back. Breathe here. So think about this as a side body stretch. With every inhale, grow a little bit longer toward the ceiling. Every exhale, see if you can reach back a little bit further. Keep lifting up out of your hips. Avoid dumping into that right side body. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your hands down. Take it through your chaturanga. Always option to hold that high plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root down through your right foot this time. Inhale, single leg mountain. Extend your left thigh to parallel. Find your balance, breathe here. Good, so single leg mountains are going to challenge that balance. Really engage your standing leg. Squeeze your right quad. Feel your kneecap lift up a little bit higher on your leg. Big inhale. Exhale, standing, figure 4. Cross your left ankle over right knee. Hands to heart center. And sit your hips back and down like you're sitting into a chair. Good. Once you find your balance, don't watch us, we're really a little imbalanced today. Once you find your balance, relax your left knee toward the mat. Good, so you can find a little more rotation through your hip joint. See if you can focus on something that isn't moving to help you stay balanced here. Inhale, single leg mountain, lift it back up. Pause here. Remember, option to keep that leg bent or option to go straight leg if you'd like a little more of a challenge here. Good. Either way, foot is flexed, toes are starting to point up toward the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. Stay rooted through your right foot. Hinge your torso down. Stamp your footprint on the wall behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. As you draw your pinkies towards your midline, you'll feel your shoulder blades go back into their sockets. Good. Lengthen through the back of your neck, gazes down toward the top of your mat. Inhale, crescent lunge with control. Bring your back toes down toward the mat. Reach your fingertips up high. Breathe here. Good. So lift up onto the ball of your left foot. Try to stack your heel over the ball of your foot here. Hips are square toward the top of your mat. Good. See if you can sink a little bit lower through that front knee. Inhale. Exhale, straight leg crescent with airplane arms. Straighten both legs. Draw your left heel down towards your mat this time. Hinge your torso forward, but avoid dumping into that low back. So continue to draw your belly up. Good. We're going to flow through this a few times. Inhale, crescent lunge. Bend your front knee. Exhale, straight leg crescent. Straighten both legs. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift up. Exhale, straight leg crescent, hinge forward. One more, inhale, lift up. Exhale, straight leg. Really feel the sensation along your calves into your hamstrings here. Inhale, warrior two, spiral your back foot down, reach your fingertips out long. Breathe here. Good, so your heels are gonna be in one line in your warrior two. See if you can find that heel to heel alignment. Then draw your right knee towards the pinky toe edge of your foot. Start to feel that sensation along your right hip. Draw your belly in. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward. Then tick-tock to 12 and 6 on the clock. Good. Gaze can go up toward the ceiling. If that bothers your neck at all, maybe you take your gaze down. Like an option to bend that bottom arm. Beautiful. Inhale, star pose. Get big through center. Pivot your feet, toes out, heels in. Exhale, horse hands to heart center. Sit your hips low. Good. Maybe sway side to side a little. Start to find that spot where your weight feels evenly distributed. And then when you find it, see if you can sink a little bit lower in that horse pose. Keep your torso up, heart faces forward. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep your legs as they are. Find length along your right side body. Breathe here. Your left hand can go down towards your thigh, or maybe if it helps as a reminder to keep your core tight, you bend that elbow and bring your hand towards your low back. You can really press into your hand here to help remind you to engage the core. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga, cartwheel your hands down. Take it through your flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Take a moment, let go of the idea of perfection in this flow. We're going to move through it one breath to movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root your left foot down. Inhale, single leg mountain. Extend your right thigh. Exhale, standing, figure four, sit low. Inhale, single leg, option for straight leg here. Exhale, airplane pose, shoot your right heel back. Inhale, crescent lunge with control, bring your back toes down, reach up. Exhale, straight leg, crescent, airplane arms, just once this time. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose, rise up through center. Exhale, horse, sit low. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root your right foot down. Inhale, single leg mountain. Extend your left thigh. Exhale, standing figure four. Inhale, single leg, option for straight leg. Exhale, airplane pose, hinge down. Inhale, crescent lunge, lower with control. Exhale, straight leg, crescent, lengthen to the backs of your legs. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose, pivot your feet. Exhale, horse sit low. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low, plank chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, root your left foot down. Inhale, single leg mountain, right thigh. Exhale, standing figure four. Inhale, single leg. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, straight leg crescent. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose, get big. Exhale, horse sit low. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, lengthen. Exhale, high to low, plank chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, last side. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, root your right foot down. Inhale, single leg mountain, left thigh. Exhale, standing figure four. Inhale, single leg. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, straight leg crescent. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low, plank chaturanga. Beautiful breathing, guys. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Hopefully you can hear Darrell and June breathing as well. Those audible exhales are great. Working that connection to your breath here. On an inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root your left foot down. Inhale, single leg mountain. Extend your right thigh. Exhale, standing figure four. Last one on this side, deepest one yet, sit low. Inhale, single leg mountain. Exhale, dancer on the right. Squeeze your inner thighs together. See if you can reach for the big toe side of your right foot behind you. Option to stay right here. You can focus on your balance, on your core engagement. Really feel that quad stretch as you kick into your right hand. If you'd like to get a little bit deeper in your dancer pose, start to kick into your right hand with your right foot. Keep your left fingertips reaching up for the ceiling. See if you can find an up dog sensation or a gentle back bend through your upper back. Good. One more breath here. Find your balance. Inhale, crescent lunge with control. Bring your right toes down to the mat behind you. Reach your fingertips up high. Exhale, straight leg crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Exhale, extended side angle, tick-tock your hands. Inhale, star pose. Get big. Turn your toes in, heels out this time. Exhale, interlace all 10 fingers behind your hips. Good. Roll your shoulders down your back. Try and draw your knuckles toward the floor. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, wide leg forward fold with the chest expansion. Hinge from your hips. Good. Really work to lift your fist that you formed with your hands here up off of your hips. Extend your knuckles toward the ceiling. If this chest expansion doesn't feel good in your body, option to ditch it at any time. You can bring your hands down to your mat instead. Whichever variation you choose in this wide leg forward fold, try to roll your weight into the ball of your foot. Extend your sit bones up toward the ceiling instead of pressing back to find a little more length along the backs of your legs. Good. And if you still have that bind, go ahead and release it. Bring your hands down towards your mat. On an inhale, rise up with a flat back. You can bring your hands to your hips if you'd like. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, find length. Exhale, low lunge. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Come up to the ball of your right foot. Stack your heel over the ball of your foot here. Inhale, standing L. Shift your weight into your left foot. Try to form a 90-degree angle between your two legs. Breathe here. So stamp your right footprint on the back wall. Drop your right hip down. Hips are squared. Take an inhale. Exhale, standing splits. So there's some people, you might not get your heel any higher without opening up through your hips. And standing splits is a square hip position too. Hips are facing down. But options, maybe you can lift your heel up higher. Focus more on kicking long through the right heel, so straight leg over how high you can get your heel. But if you do want a little bit more of a challenge, maybe you start to walk your hands to frame your left foot. Maybe you bring one hand to your standing calf. Maybe you really challenge your balance here. Bring both hands to that standing calf in your standing splits. It's up to you. Play around with it. Okay. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch. That's right. We're skipping the chaturanga. I know you guys are upset. Inhale, halfway lift, extend. Exhale, forward fold. Root your right foot down this time. Inhale, single leg mountain. Extend your left thigh to parallel. Exhale, standing figure four, sit low. Last one on this side. Can you sit a little bit deeper? Inhale, single leg mountain. Exhale, dancer on the left. Squeeze your inner thighs in to touch. Reach your left hand back with the big toe side of your left foot. And an option to stay right here. Focus on engaging your core. Scoop your hip points up. Really kick your left foot into your left hand to feel that stretch along your left quad. And if you'd like a little bit more, actively kick into that left foot, open up into your back bend. Good, continue to reach the fingertips up toward the ceiling, open your heart forward, out in front, good, rather than down toward the floor. One more breath. Inhale, crescent lunge with control. Bring your back foot down, reach your fingertips up high. Exhale, straight leg crescent with airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose, toes in, heels out this time. Exhale, wide leg forward fold, hinge from your hips, lower down. Bring your hands down toward the mat. This time in our wide leg forward fold, we're gonna take it into a frog pose. So take a bend in your knees, bring your kneecaps down toward the floor. So we're coming all in on the mat. Good. So we want to try and get on the inside, the fleshy part of the knee, not directly on the kneecaps. That's going to kind of hurt. Once you're here, you can uncurl your toes. When I start in frog pose, I like to start with a little movement. So maybe you come down to your forearms, maybe you stay up on your hands, and start to rock it forward and back. See if you can find a little opening sensation through your hips. As you rock here, maybe you notice that you can get a little deeper in your frog. Maybe you don't. That's okay. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up, putting in this work to open up the hips. It's frog pose at Eat the Frog Fitness, come on. You can work with your theme here. Good, once you feel a little more open in this pose, feel free to settle in wherever you'd like. Just make sure to take the pressure out of your low back, so continue to draw your belly button up toward your spine. And make sure you're still breathing. Maybe your body opens up a little more. If you'd like to get deeper, options to take your knees out wider. You can heel toe the feet out. And when you've had as much fun as you can stand in your frog pose, you can start to press back up to your palms. If you lower down to your forearms, heel toe the feet back in. Once you're here, maybe you rock forward and back in a tabletop position. Maybe you take a little child's pose if you like, go a little bit in the opposite direction. Take your time. We're going to meet back in that wide leg forward fold when you're ready. You can curl your toes under and press up. But no rush. Take your time here. Good. Once we're in that wide leg forward fold, again, you can bring your hands to your hips if you'd like. Maybe you tee out your arms to the side. On an inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, find length. Exhale, low lunge. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your front foot. Inhale, standing L. Shift your weight into your front foot. Stamp your back foot on the wall behind you. Breathe here. Extend your spine long. Draw your core in so you can go a little bit longer. Inhale. Exhale, standing splits. Maybe you take it a little bit deeper. Maybe this is as deep as you can take it. That's okay. Again, option to keep your hands grounded for balance, or maybe you play around with that balance, one or both hands to your standing calf. You can lower your belly a little bit closer to that standing leg and standing splits than you may have been in that standing L position. Good, one more big inhale. Exhale, forward fold, big toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms on the mat, step your feet back, just hold in this high plank. Take a big inhale. Exhale, right knee to right elbow for a Spider-Man. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Good, so take these at your pace. Options here. Come down to your forearm plank. Maybe you feel a little bit more supported in the forearm variation. That's great. Maybe you come down to your knees. You can do the same Spider-Mans from your knee plank instead. Good. Last 4, 3, 2. Drop to your tabletop in 1. Bring your knees down. Option for a little child's pose if you'd like. Set your hips back. Reach your fingertips long. Good. When you are ready, come to a seated position on your mat. We're going to meet in your high boat pose, big toes to touch. Out in front, or maybe you extend your shins to parallel. Make sure that your spine is nice and long here, so take the rounding out of your low back. Big inhale. Exhale, low boat. Try and hover your legs and your torso up off of your mat. It doesn't have to be extremely low. Maybe it's a higher hover. That's okay. On your inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, low boat. You're going to hold onto your thighs here. Maybe you reach your fingertips long. One more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, low boat. Hover here for 2. And 1. Take it all the way down to your back. One more core exercise. We're going to go into recline bound angle sit up. So bring the bottoms of your feet to touch. Knees go out wide. Interlace all 10 fingers behind your hips. Ensure that your low back is pressing down into the floor. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, lift your shoulder blades up off the mat. You don't have to come all the way up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift up. It's just a crunch. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as you lift. But I'm loving the enthusiasm, June. If you do want to take it all the way up, you do you. You get after it. Last core drill that we're doing right here. Good. Option here. You can really press your heels into one another and hover your heels up off the floor if you want to feel those lower abdominal muscles fire up a little bit more. If not, keep your heels grounded. You're here for 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Reach your fingertips and toes out long in opposite directions. Let your low back lift up off the mat. And a little release. Good. When you're ready, tuck your knees into your belly. You can rock and roll side to side, find a little back massage if you'd like it. And then when you are ready, start to roll forward and back the length of your mat. All the way up to a seated position. Good. Plant your palms on your mat. Step your feet back into your high plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, always optional, hold that high plank instead. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. On an inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, root your left foot down. Inhale, single leg mountain, extend your right thigh to parallel. Exhale, eagle, wrap your right knee up and over your left. Right elbow goes underneath your left, palms together in front of your face. So options here, if that eagle bind through your upper body doesn't feel good, reach for opposite opposite shoulder here, stack your elbows. In your eagle, maybe you can get your right toes behind your standing calf. I can't quite form that bind, so I'm squeezing my toes into the side of my calf. Wherever you are, just work to find that squeeze. We're doing a lot of external rotations through the hips in this yoga class, so this is your counter pose here. You're finding that internal rotation, squeeze everything in. Try to lift your elbows up off of your torso. Good. Now keep this bind through your lower body. Inhale, crisscross mountain. Reach your fingertips overhead. Slide your right foot down your left leg so your pinky toes touch. Exhale, crisscross forward fold. Hinge from your hips, bring your hands down to the mat. Good. So take as deep a bend in your right knee as you need to. Try to straighten the left leg as much as you can. Maybe your right heel lifts up off the floor, that's okay. You're gonna feel your left IT band start to awake. Everyone's is awake now? Yeah? So, I mean, if you're feeling awake here, that's great. If you wanna make it a little bit deeper, maybe you start to walk your fingertips over the right-hand side of your mat. Continue to straighten into the left leg. It's totally up to you. The IT band is a muscle that always feels tight on me. Take a second to breathe into this stretch. And if you walked it over to the side, bring it back through center. Really root your left foot down into the mat. We're gonna inhale to your standing L. So lift your right foot up. You're gonna have to uncross your legs. You've been here before. And exhale to your low lunge. Gently bring your right toes down. Good. Once you find that low lunge, heel toe your left foot to the edge of your mat. We're gonna take it into a runner's lunge. So both hands come inside that front foot. We're gonna keep this a little more active, so try and keep that right knee up off the mat. Really breathe into that sensation along your right hip flexor. Option to stay right here. If you feel like you'd like to take this a little bit deeper, option to start working your left shoulder underneath your left thigh. And if you feel like you really want to take it deeper, maybe you find a bind, lift your hands up, form a bind around your waist. Totally up to you. Maybe you're right here on your hands. Maybe you drop that back knee. You know, it's your practice. You don't have to listen to me. Maybe you bring that back knee to the floor. You do what you need to do. If you did work on that bind or bringing your left shoulder underneath your thigh, start to release that. Bring your hands back. See, you got this. It's not as hard as it sounds. You can do it too. And then walk that left foot back into your low lunge. We'll inhale to your crescent lunge. Lift up with control. Exhale, warrior two. Spiral your back foot down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Tuck your hands to 12 and 6. Hold here. Oh, you guys thought I was going crazy before? You're gonna love this. Okay, so option to stay right here in your extended side angle. You've been here before. You know you have that option to bend your bottom arm for a little more support here. Take what you need. If you feel like you'd like a little bit more, we can start working on a bind in this extended side angle. So you'll bend your bottom arm underneath your thigh. Maybe you reach your top hand up and around. Maybe you form a bind behind your thigh. Option to stay right here. If you'd like to take this into your bird of paradise, start to step your back foot up toward the top of your mat. Shift your weight into that standing leg. Lift up. Ooh, lost it. Play around with it, right? Progress, not perfection. Good. Really engage your core to lift the crown of your head up toward the ceiling, and then if you'd like, you can really kick that left leg long out. Ooh, check it. Play around with it. If it's not for you, option to stay in that extended side angle. If you feel like you'd like to play around in your bird of paradise,
that's beautiful.
You can come right here. That's okay. If you took it, come back to extended side angle. We're going to be back there to move on. If you still have that bind, release it. If you need to come to that bent arm variation, do it. On an inhale, we'll reverse your triangle. Straighten both legs, reach up, find a release for your side body. Exhale, high to low plank. Chaturanga, take it down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root your right foot down. Inhale, single leg mountain, extend your left thigh. Exhale, eagle on the left. Left kneecap goes up and over the right thigh. Left arm goes underneath the right, palms together in front of your face. Good, remember this pose is all about compression. Squeeze your legs in tight, squeeze your arms in tight, lift your elbows off your torso. The lower you sit your hips, like you're in chair pose, the easier it'll be to form that bind through your lower body. Now check in, stack your shoulders back over your hips, use the core to keep your torso upright. Good. Remember, we're gonna keep that bind through your lower body for just a second. Inhale, crisscross mountain pose. Slide your left foot down your right leg, pinky toes to touch. Exhale, crisscross forward fold. Bring your hands to the mat. Whew. So remember, you can straighten into that right knee as much as you can, bend the left knee as much as you need to. We're gonna find that right IT band this time. Maybe you bring your hands over to the left side of your mat. Maybe you don't. Maybe neither leg is straight. Maybe you're feeling a lot of sensation right here in the bent knee variation. Listen to your body. The right side will not feel the same as the left. That is normal. Just work for a similar sensation, even if your positioning looks a little bit different here. That's okay. So remember, we're gonna keep that right foot grounded this time. Inhale, standing L, uncross your left leg, stamp your foot on the back wall. Exhale, low lunge with control, just bring that left foot down. Once you find your low lunge, heel toe your right foot to the edge of your mat, palms come to the inside of your foot, and breathe here. So option to stay right here. Work in this runner's lunge. Option if you wanted to start to work your right shoulder underneath your right thigh. Turn this way. Once you're there, maybe you find your balance without your hands and work on forming that bind around your waist. Totally up to you. I think maybe you bring that back into the corner. If we had a strap, it would always be an option to use a strap here, a yoga strap as well. We don't have props in the studio, you probably don't at home either. But know that it's an option once we get back. Good. Once you feel even from one side to the other, release that bind if you have it. Release your shoulder from underneath your thigh if you took that. And then walk your hands back in for your low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift up with control. Exhale, warrior two, spiral down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Tick-tock your hands to 12 and 6. So try and take the same variation on this side that you took on the first. Maybe you stayed in extended side angle, that's great. Maybe you bent your bottom arm. Work here to engage the obliques. You're gonna feel a lot of core work as well as that lunge, staying in your extended side angle. Options start to form your bind. Bend the bottom arm, reach up, and the top arm, reach around. Maybe if you reach, you play around with your bird in paradise on this side. Step your standing leg up. Transfer the weight into your standing leg, engage the core to lift. Option to extend. Play around it, it's just yoga.
Oh.
Hashtag goals. And when you're done, we're just coming back to extended side angle where you left off. Okay. If you get sick of that bind, release it. Thank you. Yeah. Once we're all here, we'll inhale to our reverse triangle, straighten both legs. Breathe through that right side body, and release. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, three-leg dog. Lift your right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. Draw your right knee to wrist. Take a peek toward your back leg. Make sure your knee and toe point down toward the floor. Ooh. Good. So you might feel a similar sensation along your back hip flexor to what we felt in that runner's lunge. We're going to make this one a little more passive. So option to keep your torso upright, option to hinge forward. Just breathe into it. In that runner's lunge, we work to keep a little more active with that back leg lifted. Just find a space where you can breathe. Maybe your forehead comes to the mat. Maybe you stack your palms and bring your forehead there just to elevate it a little bit more. Start to slow down your breathing. Big inhales, big exhales. And if you did hinge forward, start to walk your palms back underneath your shoulders. Press your torso upright. Shift your weight into your right glute. We're gonna open up into a seated wide leg position here. Let's take your time. And when you're ready, inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, seated wide leg forward fold. Start to walk your fingertips out in front. You want to feel a stretching sensation, nothing painful. So maybe as you walk your fingertips out in front, it doesn't feel like very far. That's okay. If you're feeling that stretch, that's where you need to be. As you can breathe into it, maybe you can extend your fingertips a little more, maybe you can do your forearms. Take it wherever your edge is. And breathe. Come out the way you came in. Start to inch your fingertips back. Press your torso upright. We're actually going to turn toward the back of your mat this time to find your pigeon on the left. Start to rotate toward the back of your mat. Right leg will extend back behind you. Left knee toward the back corner of your mat. Take a second, make sure the back knee and toe point down. And then option again to hinge forward if you'd like. Once you feel even from your right side to your left. If you are hinged forward, you can walk your palms back underneath your shoulders, press your torso upright. Go ahead and curl your right toes under. You'll press back to your down dog. Take a second if you'd like to pedal out your heels here. Find a little release. If you like to make knee circles after your half pigeon, you can take them on the left and right while you're here. It's your practice, just listen to your body. We'll inhale to your high plank, hinge forward, stack your shoulders over wrist. Option to drop to your knees as you exhale, lower all the way down your belly. Keep your palms lightly underneath your shoulders. Uncurl your toes. You can press the tops of your feet down into your mat. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your heart forward and up. Breathe here. So relax the back of your neck, gazes down toward the top of your mat. You can keep your palms light on your mat, or maybe you hover them completely. Use the strength of your back to lift up. Inhale. Exhale, belly down, Shavasana, gaze to the right. You can extend your arms to the side. Option to take a bend in the knees, find some windshield wipers if you'd like it. And when you're done, just find stillness. Bring your gaze back through center. Take a bend in both knees. So you're gonna reach your fingertips back. See if you can capture the pinky toe edges of your feet. If not both, maybe you can find one at a time. If not, maybe you just work on kicking and reaching your fingertips back. If you have that bind, option to inhale to your bow pose. Start to kick into your feet. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Align your knees with your hips. Breathe here. Start to tune into your hip flexors. Feel a little more length along the front line of your body. Feel this back bend along your upper back. Even if you're right here, just reaching back and kicking, still see if you can lift your thighs up off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, belly down, Shavasana, gaze to the left this time. Option again for those windshield wipers, take it side to side, release. And again, when you're done, just find stillness. When you're ready, we're simply gonna roll over to your back. We are laying down for the rest of class. Just flip it over. Take a bend in your knees. Draw your thighs in towards your belly. Now cross your right leg over your left. Reach your opposite ankle. We're gonna find a reclined cow face pose. So your left heel is coming in towards your right hip, right heel coming in towards your left. See if you can squeeze your inner thighs in to stack your knees one on top of the other. Pull your heels in a little tighter. And finding a little rotation in the opposite direction. We did a lot of hip opening here. Take a second to take it in reverse. Take an inhale. Exhale, allow your knees to fall towards the left-hand side of your mat, still keeping the spine. And gaze can stay up toward the ceiling, or maybe you take it over your right shoulder. When you're ready, bring it back through center. Uncross your legs, take a second to rock side to side. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. Cross your left knee up and over your right this time. Reach for opposite ankle, pull your heel in towards your hip. Squeeze your inner thighs in. Breathe here. See if you can align your kneecaps one on top of the other. Or your reclined cow face on this side. One more inhale. And as you exhale, let your knees drop towards the right-hand side of your mat. Nice and slow. Gaze can stay up or extend over your left shoulder this time. And when you feel even, just come back through center, uncross your legs, and take a second, rock side to side. We're going to take it into happy baby. So reach for your shin, your ankle, the inner outer edges of your feet. Take a second. We started out class in half happy baby. Here we are at the end of your practice in the full expression. See how it feels a little different in your body. But still take this time to find that organic movement, whatever feels right to you. Maybe you find some kicks, some rocks side to side. Just make it feel good. When you're done here, work to create the smallest ball you can. Draw your knees into belly, chin into chest, maybe forehead to kneecap, squeeze in. Take an inhale, exhale to Shavasana. We reached our final pose of class. Take a second to settle in, get any wiggles out, make any adjustments you need. Take a big inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, sink in. Take a second to soak up your practice in Shavasana. Shavasana is here for you as long as you would like. If you feel ready to re-enter your day, start with some small movements in your fingertips and toes. Make some circles with your wrists and ankles. Rock your head side to side, bring some movement to your neck. Take a moment for any movements that feel good and organic to you. When you feel ready, you can draw your knees in towards your belly. roll to your left or right hand side in the fetal position. Use your bicep as a pillow. You can press your top hand down into the earth. Ground yourself down one more time in this practice. Take a moment here to thank yourself for showing up today. Your yoga practice is not always about perfection. It's about consistency. Showing up for yourself. Taking this time devoted just to moving your body and reconnecting to your breath. Whenever you are ready, you can press your palms into your mat, come up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. We'll complete our practice today the same way that we started it, with a deep community breath. Take a big inhale, fill up your lungs, grow 1 inch taller through the crown of your head. Open mouth exhale, release. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you all so much for practicing with us. We hope to see you back in studio soon.
Thank you, Laura.
Bye.
Bye.